This is one of the weirdest and truly most insane deadlift training techniques that I've got. Definitely watch the rest of this. All right, so I just gotta laugh because I call this one a Crotch Stuffer Deadlift, and I'm gonna tell you why. You probably just saw it when I showed it to you a second ago. Now, this is a method that I came up with, and I don't know if I'm the original creator of it or somebody's done it before, it's very possible, to basically mimic a powerlifter's bloat by using a rolled up towel stuffed in the front of your weight belt. Now, what I find this does, and this is my theory as to how this actually works, is I think that it actually helps you improve your core bracing. Now, normally when you're doing a deadlift and you really cinch that weight belt up to get nice and tight, I'll give you kind of a demo here. You put that thing up like this. Now, what this does is forces you to suck in your gut. Now, with any muscle group, generally speaking, you're going to be stronger at the outer kind of limits of it. It's like when you're doing a lockout bench press, you're stronger at the top than you are at the bottom. So when you're doing basically a core bracing, you have that same issue when you're using a belt. If you really cinch up that belt, especially if you don't have a lot of stomach fat, you're going to basically tighten it up and you're going to be bracing in that contracted position. So what this towel trick does, in my opinion, that's how I think it works, is it allows you to brace further out. So it allows you to brace kind of more of a fire plug than an hourglass, if that makes sense. So what we're doing here is using that towel to pad that, create basically the same leverage as somebody who's got more stomach fat, like a powerlifter's bloat, somebody who's carrying more, and gives you that better, more efficient, and I find my experience stronger core bracing, and it works like crazy. It literally, in my experience and in feedback I've gotten from people who've used it, anywhere between 30 to 50 to even 70 pounds on your deadlift instantly, and it feels better on your lower back as you're doing it, which is crazy. So what I'm gonna do here is show you exactly how I set it up. I've got 550 on the bar here, and I got a towel. Now, what you want to do here, make sure your belt is set very loose at the start. And I'm using lifting hooks here because these handles spin freely and they spin out if I start gripping over 315 on them. So this is a full-size bath towel. If you have a smaller gym towel, it could work, but you might want to roll up and kind of work with two towels just to get a thicker bit of padding. Now, get this here and you're basically just going to roll it up. Very simply like so. Yes, this towel has been in my basement for a very, very, very long time. And I won't tell you how long it's been since I washed it because that would require me knowing the answer. So, got the towel. Stuff that in the front of your belt. So there's your crotch stuffer right there. Now, you are still going to really cinch up the belt really tight. So, 3, 4, 5, I can go one more notch here. Because you want it still tight, but now as you can see, when I'm bracing, I've actually got this padding here so I can brace further out. And that's really the key difference here. And that's what's going to make this more powerful. So, gonna get set up here and rip the sucker off the floor. Well, I don't know about ripping it off the floor, but I'm certainly lifting it off the floor. So 550, that's about 55 pounds short of my personal best deadlift in my entire life. So I've actually done deadlifts twice in the past probably 6 months, so jumping right to this I think is pretty good. Now, if you give this a try, and maybe this is a late gym when there's not a lot of people kind of exercise, but it really does work, and when people see how much more you're lifting when you use it, you're probably going to want to start using it. You'll probably start seeing people in your gym using it as well. Now, I find it does work pretty well with squats too. Not quite as well as with deadlifts. Deadlifts are the peak on that one, but overall, Fantastic training technique. I find it really helps to brace the core, stabilize the lower back. Like I can lift this, if I tried to lift this without this towel, I couldn't lift it. I can tell you right now, it literally, based on how I'm feeling, could add probably about 50 to 60 pounds on what I'm able to do without it. So if you're willing, give this thing a try, give this method a try. I think you're gonna like it a lot. I've also put together a free 3-week specialization training program for you. Check the first pinned comment below for details.